Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant, we are back for some more Tyranny. We are in the Darkened Hollow, and we have cleared out, I think, a bunch of this area. We were now about to explore this room right here, which is probably gonna have some more Bane for us to kill, as usual. So, let's get this open and see how the room reacts.
See nothing.
And... okay, yellow works, I guess. Okay, it really requires yellow. Okay. We're gonna go over here, buff up, and then move... what is that? What is that? Ah, and somebody also mentioned that I might have the capacity of having a different type of spell available by using a different strength sigil. But I don't think so. This is the same thing, right? It doesn't change anything. So if I do this, let's see. Let's see. Lightning. Yeah, I need this, right? The expression to get thunderstorm. I don't have a way of doing a storm without a different thingy, right? I think 92% more shock damage taken for 4 seconds. That's a lot. Yeah, it's still a cone, doesn't change anything. Okay, I want to test this out, sorry. Nothing to see. So yeah, let's gather up and let's get a fight going here. Because of course we're gonna have one. See if I remember to use this, because I tend to forget. Buff us up with the thingies.
At once. Of course.
Okay. Okay, you buff yourself, you buff yourself.
You got it.
Okay. I also feel like I should be giving you something else if I could. Like to passively level up one of her core skills. Of magic, I mean. But I don't think she has enough floor to cast any type of aura. Yeah, it's very expensive. Okay. Whatever. Pull! Pull! Okay, Malice and a Scourge, that's it. Not very frightening, but alright. She's immune to fire, go. I would like to be away from the Malice while killing this. Just shoot him, I think, for now. And then we'll see. And I will start nuking.
Come at me,
Just do... I should have gone for this, right? Just do this instead of the rhyme spike. And I'll turn off slow mode.
You got it.
Okay, taunted. Get back over here. I don't want to be on the aura. Okay, so go, then skewer. Let's kill it quickly. And then move on.
Count on it.
Oh, wow! Okay, he takes double damage, but yeah, 100, 100, that's very good. Let's shut you up and then try and petrify you. You just shoot. Good. Go there. Let's stun him. And then fireball him. And then do that. Petrify, come on. Petrified, okay. Turn on fast mode and just unload all spells into the enemy here. They take a while to go down. Okay. Nothing special from this room. These areas Oh. Chronicle of the... Oh, it's the one left by Sage Lexeme. Yeah, we know about this. Take it so Lantry can study it. Found another one. This should be enlightening. Lantry smiles victoriously as he hefts a weighty parchment tome. Festivities of the Tears. Subtitle. A survey of social days. I don't know about you, but I'm excited already. Drafting of the field story, some rather ribald marriage bed anecdotes, a study of regional variations in tidal retreat celebrations, and more tournament reports that one might ever wish to read. Sorry, I had to go get some water. It's all very fascinating to a historian like me, but I'm sure this is of little interest to you. We can move on. Landry taps the corner of the tome, his face lost in thought. Maybe it's worth reading a bit more. Yes, well. With a hoarse grumble, Lantry flips back to earlier in the tome and begins paging through in a more measured pace. The old man scours the pages, his eyes darting about text with zeal. Some of these pages are missing, but not like I expected these would all be pristine. It's pages of Tearsman cultural studies. Doubt you'll find any of this interesting. Remain silent? Festival of Nerat? Since when was... Oh, since 419? Since 419? Well, why is this the first time hearing of this tears-wide celebration? He flips through the remaining pages, his eyes rapidly scanning the text with the seeds of grimaces and grumbles. A festival to Nerat 10 years before the conquest seems unlikely. Unlikely? Pardon my ardent speak, but it's fucking absurd. This isn't accurate. Why would someone... Lantry drops his hand into his palm, letting out a muted, raspy groan. I think the why is obvious. This creates a pretense that Tearsmen have been worshipping or loyal to the Archons of Secrets voluntarily before the war. Purpose? The only purpose the Chronicle serves is the retelling of it all. It is a cardinal sin of our craft to modify a telling regardless of purpose. Seems obvious that someone wants me to find a record of the sages and Tearsmen accepting correspond by extension Kairos. Okay. Most of these chronicles will be lost in this war. Historical accuracy seems unattainable. Do you think it's acceptable to lie just to save lives? Chronicle seems an attempt to just that. I'll go with this one. Seems also that someone wanted to find a record of the sages and Tearsmen accepting the courtesans by extension Kairos. There might be some truth to that. Lantry's gaze falls to the ground and a soft sigh escapes his lips. I have a feeling there's even more errors hiding in these texts. He tucks the parchment into his bandolier with a sigh, but I can peruse these pages another time. No doubt there is still more to be found down here. Lead the way. So people trying to rewrite history, is that it? It seems like that. It definitely seems like that. Okay, now where am I supposed to go? Because I did kind of forget. I think we did all this. Ah, so there's something to do here. Did I speak to her? This disheveled-looking woman sways unsteadily upon her feet. Her clothes are tattered, her limbs lined with a plethora of bruises and cuts. Through half-closed eyes, she watches the unnatural glow of a magic light and smiles. Any reason you're staring at that lamp? She furrows her brow, struggling for a few moments to find a reply. We're in love, can't you tell? Sorry I asked. How did you get here? She slowly peels her eyes from the light and mutters in an inaudible answer. Noting your confused expression, she points impatiently towards the teleporter behind her. Okay. Do you have the keystone for the teleporter? Yes? Yes. With nary a backward glance, she unhooks a satchel and tosses it on the floor. As you pick through it to retrieve the keystone, the dazed woman continues to stare at the light with a look of stupefied contentment. Okay. Not gonna kill her just because of that, but... We can now activate this teleporter, which maybe can bring us to that other area above that we could not reach before. Okay, I disarmed this.
Time to lighten my step.
I did. Hey! Okay. Okay, that's a fight. Malice, Reavers, choke point. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's do this. Put this on you. Put this on you. Not that. Ah, this. Put this on you. Ping. 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 Okay, buff stall with this, by the way. Might as well. Right. Let's pull them into the choke point, and I'm guessing Verse can probably reach in melee. So I'm gonna count on that. They have a scout, a skirmisher, a reaver. Let's see if any of these are spellcasters, which is gonna be a problem. Okay, they all went hostile. I'm not gonna move, I'm gonna stay right here. Oh. They went hostile, but they did not attack. Come here, you. There you go. Okay, dipped in poison, caustic throw. Okay, we don't seem to have any spellcasters, which is awesome. But this guy is two-handed, which means problems. Can you try to root him? I would love that. Okay, so let's see if I can target this there. In the meantime, we're gonna use Iron Tolling on him also.
On my command.
Set him on fire. Nah, this will take too long. The root effect will take too long.
You got it.
65 damage already. Yeah, Reaver critically hits. Yep. Not unexpected, let's say. I'm gonna heal him up. Okay, so Verse is... I am not sure if... Wait, he's fatigued? I guess the thing fatigues. I'm not sure if Verse can actually reach. I'm interested to find out. Let's toss this out there. Let's have you do this there, because this guy is no longer in range. Just target him. Yeah, she can reach, good. He cannot actually reach us, which is awesome. I feel like I'm positioning this spell incorrectly here, but... whatever. Oh god, the stupid dervish. Okay, I want you actually in range. This is too much damage to be taking there. So do that, swap to archery, and just do that. We healed him up. Might as well heal him again. Or do I stun everybody? Maybe stun everybody for now. Yeah.
Count on it.
Okay, my cloud went out. I'm gonna move up. And I'm gonna go for this here. And then start killing people. Okay, good stuns. Now let me see. I still want to kill this guy before these two. You should be shooting him. Let's go for this here. Okay, we will despair. People are bleeding and stuff. I'm gonna go for a bouncy fireball, targeting him first. Okay. You also have one, right? Yes, bouncy fireball. Let's throw it over there.
This can't be happening.
I'm gonna turn off slow mode. Oh, he's targeting Verse. You little bitch. Heal and back up. She's frightened. God damn it, man. We have to run back because of the frighten effect, which is annoying. Let's heal it up. I'm gonna toss out a stun there.
I got it.
No, 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 no. There. Smack this guy here. I'm hoping you can have more range than the stupid skirmisher, but I'm not sure. Okay. Good stun. I'm gonna go for the boulder, see if I can knock those two idiots down. He keeps on moving, man. Let's heal him again. I don't want to get too much closer. Just shoot there. Okay, stone. Go! Very good. Perfect land. Toss this over there. Landry. Give us one of these. This guy's still alive. It's mostly okay. Think as soon as the rhyme spike goes out, I'm gonna actually use my heal here. Yep. Stupid dervish. Level up, cool. Do I bother with this? Well, let's see. If he gets wounded, I can just rest anyway. It's not a big deal.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
No. The heal went out first. Awesome. Let's stun once more. Let's set this guy on fire. And I'm gonna move up to do a icicle storm. He's dead. Good.
I did that.
Rebuff.
Nice.
He's still taking so much damage. Okay, icicle storm went out. Bouncy fireball. Bouncy fireball. Okay, good heal. Rebuff yourself with that.
What's happening?
Okay. Lantry also healed. Let's get a thingy over here. Let's get a stun on that wisp. I want to keep the wisp away from us.
Right.
You actually shoot the wisp. He's stunned. Back up. Let's kill the wisp from far away so we don't have to deal with him dealing damage to us.
That one.
This should work. Nice heals. Shoot him. Ah, come on, man. Okay, there you go. Oh, he consumed him. Well, that's fine with me. I'll do this. I'm gonna mark him and then try and petrify him. That way he's no longer any kind of issue. You just shoot from afar. Or actually go into melee, never mind. Because I want this followed by that. And Lantry. Fireball him.
As you command.
Dude. So much damage.
Fall before me.
That was a big heal from Landry, nice. Petrified, okay, thank god. Now we just nuke. Turn on fast mode. We're still taking a bunch of damage. Because of his stupid aura. Can't you... Yes, you can. God damn it, man. Yep, another wound. Okay, get out of there.
I'm not entirely used.
Keep on stunning, keep on hitting.
Useless.
You, that, followed by this.
I'll take that.
That was needlessly annoying, I would say.
Time to lighten my step.
Another mural. Okay. I'm gonna quick save. And it's kind of early in the episode, so let me just do this now. I'm gonna get my 19 point into quickness. And I was aiming towards getting this, right? Getting evasive. Do I want nothing else from here? It's not bad. Also not bad. Meh. I mean, I like these inspirations when fights go long. And I like this a lot as well, by the way. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Need a lot of points, but I'll make it work. So, whenever we kill somebody, everybody heals for a little bit. Might not be too horrible. Because my other option would be to just have a damage boost. Which I suppose I can do. Sure. Okay. Done. Let's not linger too much here. A merchant's hat. Meh.
Of course.
Okay, let's check this out. The pristine, meticulously ordered stretch of Oldwalls masonry is dramatically interrupted by an intricate mural painted across the brick wall with primitive pigments. A crude maze of orderly tunnels and simple right angles is depicted, and small, instinctively drawn humanoid figures populate its varied and winding corridors. Like a maze. In the gloom, it's difficult to make out the precise details at the top of the mural, which stretches above even a beast woman's height. Perhaps you're too sober to see it, but one could see this in a cross-section of the old walls. More artistic image than map, but it seems probable. There's a plethora of detail packed into the art of these walls. A more thorough examination will likely produce additional information. Okay, so I actually would like to move the camera, but I can't. Examine the upper section, because there were a lot of people drawn on the top there, which looks like they're kind of funneling into this maze. The upper reaches of the painting aren't well illuminated by the otherworldly lights in this chamber. You will have to find a way to gain some elevation to make out its details. Sure, climb it. The brickwork of the old walls is impressively meticulous, leaving little in the way of gaps between each smooth-surfaced block. With some difficulty, you find the outliers in the precise masonry and find your handholds. It takes you a few minutes to slowly work your way up for a better look of the mural. Now at the top, you can clearly see a large break at the top of the depicted maze. A plethora of the humanoid figures swarms the top, with a few trickling down into the maze below. These humanoid shapes come in a variety of sizes and colors, some noticeably larger than others. The details on these figures are difficult to decipher, though you are able to spot some sharp talons and a few that appear to have a tail, horns, or some other extra appendage. As you begin your slow descent to the chamber's floor, you explain the details to your followers. So people enter this maze from the top. Perhaps the spire is how people came into the old walls? I mean, your spire is capable of teleporting, what's to stop it from porting someone downwards? Okay, main section. The corridors and passageways depicted in the midsection are filled with humanoid figures. While chipped paint and weathering causes some superficial differences, the figures appear otherwise uniform in size, shape and color. The figures high atop the mural appear of different styles and colors, but you'd need to move in for a closer look to glean the subtleties. One doesn't paint an ode to imprisonment on the first day in a cage, right? How many generations were down here trapped in this maze? So they're saying that we are in the maze. Okay, lower section. Along the lower edge of the mural, on what would amount to the floor or bottom of the maze, you spot traces of faded paint not visible from a distance. Tiny bone-white hashes of skulls and skeletons are intermixed with the masonry of the bottom edge. So people die down here. A chilling detail. Is this to imply the dead were buried down below, or down below was built with the bones of the dead? I doubt it's that literal. The mural is complicated and layered, but has likely received as comprehensive an examination as is possible for the moment. This mural suggests an old walls that was once full of life, but clearly the present contradicts this. What do you think this is saying? The old walls once had many people, maybe different races and tribes, but only one of them survived. That would be an interesting interpretation, but kind of assuming a lot there. The old walls inhabitants were slowly delving deeper and deeper and unearthed some sort of doom. Maybe. Oddly devoid of bane, perhaps hinting at what triggered their arrival. I think it's prisoner art. If I were trapped here, I'd paint something like this too. Not sure. No. I don't think we can summarize with this that only one race survived. I'm gonna say they were slowly delving deeper and deeper and unearthed some kind of doom. Too bad they didn't have helpful warning murals. Satisfied with your investigation, step away from the mural and leave its nuance for the next traveler to ponder. You leave the mural behind and return to your exploration of the old walls. Okay. I'm not sure I would say that I am satisfied with that option. That's not how I would interpret it. I would think there were a lot of people joining or entering the old walls, getting stuck in the maze and then slowly dying out because they got stuck. But I guess so that's finding the doom might be the closest option, really. What is that? There are shadows of nothing. That's...
On the lookout.
Never mind, that's us. That's just stupid. Trap.
Well, this is interesting.
Okay. Don't make me fight on the slope, game, please. Oh god, they're gonna make me fight on the slope. Maybe not. I can just... maybe get up here. Is that a malice? I don't see a malice, but I'm... almost... it's almost guaranteed there's a malice somewhere around there. Let's buff down here. I don't want to risk getting hit by something there. And where is my new skill? This one, right? Will of Command. Okay, let's see if I remember to use it. I probably won't. Do this here. Then do this there, and then do this there.
Will do.
Affirmative.
You got it.
Okay, let's go.
I'll stay downwind of our enemies.
You can just start going, I guess. Yep.
Look at that.
Okay.
Future corpse.
I would like to set them on fire. And if there's no malice, I'll just start nuking people. So we'll do this. And you can stun them to prevent some damage here.
You got it.
Turn off slow mode. Okay, that guy is just going away. So just go fight, I guess. Withering Cloud went out. Let's damage them because they are vulnerable to cold with 2 rhyme spikes. Goddamn dervish, dude. It does more okay, yeah. It's hitting Verse, not him, so yeah. She does take quite a bit from it.
You got it.
Okay, 2 rhyme spikes. I'll go for the Cone of Cold. Hit. Heal. And you... This also has Frostfire, so just bouncy bounce.
I will aid you.
I'm frightened. Come on, man. Dude, cast your spell. Hey, thank you. This guy didn't join the fight for some reason. Let's try to stun him and then petrify him and kill him. And you can just throw out a bouncy heal here. Do that and then just fight.
Another scar? Fine.
I'd have it no other way.
Bleed up.
Okay, he should be almost dead. Let's see if we can just kill him with spells and kites to not take damage unnecessarily here. There we go. Okay.
Let's be off.
Somebody died here. Fractured Depths Keystone. Okay. That's good. He dropped some of the arcane defense thingy. We're gonna quick save. I don't know what that did. Okay, so I'm starting to have a bunch of unexplored teleporters. Let me just see if I've actually explored this area here, because I don't think I did. Don't get stuck, please. Very large area. All this DLC is starting to feel just a little bit too long for its own good, honestly. Now, I have been here. I have seen all of this. Okay, so let's go back up. And by going back up, I want to start by checking out the first teleporter we were shown, which is this one over here. And only then go for that other one. And I have still not found a way to get over there. Yes. Okay, so quick save. Let's say the Abyss. And I think this is why they were like depicting this as the maze as well. You kind of have to go down, go up, and then maybe find a way through that way. Okay, this doesn't put me anywhere I haven't been before. I am wondering though. Okay, I figured that might have been the case. Let me go back here. Because if these are just regular teleporters that don't take me anywhere else different, it feels very odd. It did take me to the same place. Okay, well, let's check out this one. That's the mural. And I'm hoping I'm not forgetting another one. Because I came from there, I just went on this one, I'm gonna now go explore this one. But I still haven't been there or here.
You got it.
Come on. What are you doing, Verse? The pathing in this DLC seems to be worse than the rest of the game. This one is yellow. Oh, this one didn't give me a choice. Okay. Maybe should have buffed? No. Wait, I've been here. What is this? This is the Fractured Depths. Wait, but I've been here before. Oh, have I been there before? And I did not have the key for this either. Okay.
Quiet down.
So there might be something for me to check out here. No, this is just... Okay, I remember now. This is the mural, this is a jump. And I can just jump here to get there. I wonder what will happen when I go back to the wound and meet Wagstaff and Jaspus. If I have to kill them. Yeah, because I think these two didn't work. Right. The green one does. Huh? I don't know what happened. This was open before, I know that much.
No can do.
What did that do? Because there was this area that I haven't seen before. Did that open something up here? No.
Won't happen. Won't happen.
Yeah, but look, I wanna go there.
Won't happen.
Okay, I wonder if I'm just wasting my time doing this. The teleporters have different colors. I know I have this way forward, but I was trying to explore the rest of the area before going for the main event. Which I'm sure you guys understand. So yeah, this is yellow. Yellow. Red. Is it like going up or going down or something like that? This is also not open. Can I open it up with another key? No. Oh. Okay, I feel like I always buff when I get here and then nothing happens. Okay, and it still says it doesn't work. What am I missing? No. Because if I run out of ideas, I'm just gonna go through.
Let's have it then.
There's also this area here I haven't seen. Okay, let me see something. So red. Oh, I think red means I cannot choose where I go. And yellow ones I can. Is that it? Yellow.
No can do.
And I'm hoping people aren't just ripping out their hair like this guy's a moron. You obviously have to do this or that, but I don't know what this is supposed to mean. Okay, the last time I clicked on this, which is red. Okay, so red gives me a choice still. But I went to the abyss when I came here. So let's try out the fractured depths. See if I get placed somewhere else. And I've said it before on other games that do something like this. I do not really enjoy these teleporter puzzles. I just never found them very fun. Okay, well, I'm not seeing... I am not seeing what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I'll say I'm gonna move on with the main thing, and if I find out something later, I'll just... I guess I'll just load the game or something. So I'll actually do like a proper save here. Portal thing is before Talon. There you go. Okay. Did something else change with this? Let's see. No, doesn't change. Okay. There's gotta be some kind of puzzle, dude. Lexeme! This screams boss fight to me, honestly.
Cautiously.
As you command.
Buff. 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 And buff.
As you command.
I will aid you.
Okay, let's see. What? No! It was 4 days ago. 8? That's absurd. Arguing with the perceived interlocutor, or perhaps herself, the old sage mutters with her attention jumping from left hand to right as she banters. Then we should retrace our steps. As you approach, the sage turns toward you, her face a calm and tranquil smile. Oh, darling, having trouble sleeping too? It really is you. At first I didn't want to believe, but then, eyes wide with surprise, Lantry ambles forward, seemingly uncertain of what he's experiencing. That voice. Lexeme looks around, her glance darting in every direction but Lantry's. Mel, what happened to you? How long's it been? Your youth, where did it go? You're supposed to outlive me, not the other way around. No, not Mel. Lantry's eyes fall to the ground, his face awash in defeat. It's me, Lantry, don't you remember? Sage Lexeme, I presume? Lantry has told me almost nothing about you. Not Lantry, Lexeme. She points to herself with a knowing smile, or so they call me. The sage rubs her temple with a pained smile. Sorry, my mind feels all fog, no lightning. It's all in here, just tired of being tired. All I need is a little sleep, a little shut-eye, and it will all make sense. Yeah, she's one of the sleepless. Mel sent me. Did she? Was she the one that sent me the missive? I don't remember actually, but it might have been. So yeah, I'm Cordant. I believe you contacted me regarding a legal matter. Legal matters? If you're asking about laws, you... Wait, that sounds familiar. Halting mid-thought, Lexeme shakes her head with a violent twitch. Did I? Cordant. Cordant. Oh my! I had given up hope and almost forgotten I had even sent word. A look of recollection spreads across her face and Lexeme examines you head to toe. Thank Kairos you found me. Apologies you shouldn't meet me now, but my mind is a fleeting shadow of what it once was. Fatebinder, my offer is a simple one. I will submit to your justice and confess to every crime of my school. In exchange, I ask that you preserve my writings. I have seen centuries of work burn away in hours. Please, let me save something, some small sliver. I will purchase it with my life. Why are these works so important? Sometimes I click and it doesn't register. My peers and I have dedicated our lives to recording the unfolding of all things. I have compiled the accounting of nearly a dozen sages, each of whom put decades of effort into The sage's eyes flutter as she catches herself focusing far away, into journaling the rise and fall of realms and the passages of the seasons. But it seems like the writings are wrong, right? So did you contact me for this task? You represent a risk, but what I need to take. There's a chance you will burn my text in accordance with what you think Kairos will demand. But I also know you are a Fatebinder, one trusted by Kairos to bear the power of the edict. If anyone understands the value of knowledge and the value of interpreting the spirit of the law over its letter, I knew it had to be you. What are my alternatives? One of Nat's thugs? Or one of Ash's minions? I am trying to think long term here. The Vellum Citadel will never be reborn. The occupying Archons aren't going to build libraries and archives to Tirsman where my texts might live. The best hope for my chronicles are to have them held in custody of the court. Subterfuge. This whole situation is suspect, and by contacting me you expose your friends to the court. Why risk all of this? The old sage's face puckers and her gaze falls to her feet. Mel? Where did you place my quills? I can't seem to find a fresh one. Her eyes dart about in a feigned act of insanity, but her quick glances in your direction to gauge your reaction give her away. You little bitch. Why make arrangements to keep your texts hidden? I can't think of a more remote location to hide something than here. Was that your plan? Were you hoping I'd kill the others? There was a component to that in my thinking. What? You would wish death upon them, but why? They turned their backs on us. They saw us grow feeble and I could see the relief in their eyes when someone sleepless committed suicide. I'm not proud of these feelings, but yes, I figured Wagstaff or Jaspers would almost certainly mock, offend, or otherwise start a fight with any Fatebinder that found this place. So why was your method for enacting vengeance? I'm not amused. But you are the hand of Kairos' vengeance, are you not? I apologize if it is like your role, but you act well your part. Okay. If I were to help, what exactly would you want of me? I understand your caution. If these were truly offensive scripts that railed against Kairos, I would understand, but you being unwilling to assist in the preservation of such slander. I have read what I can of Kairos' laws, and I know that much of what we write speaks of how the Tiers was free of Kairos' grip. I know such histories are to be put to the torch, but I contend these writings will only bring glory to Kairos. Our histories show the Tirsman growing in hubris, unable to see the doom of Kairos to the north. These are not heresies, they are studies in the foolishness of seeing oneself as equal to or greater than Kairos. These laws have a purpose. Children might read such things, feel that rebellion against Kairos is warranted and probable, and in doing so harm themselves and others. This conversation is a year too late. Sages are at their chance to surrender and negotiate terms. The edict of fire. Okay. You want to bring glory to Kairos. Explain yourself. The chronicles we've kept tell a society that existed in the shadow of Kairos and ultimately fell after a long lull of complacent living. I contend that such a history speaks of Kairos' inevitability and the folly of the Tirsman. How do I know I'm salvaging some journals and not a bunch of coded messages for your peers? I would invite you to read these chronicles yourself. Look them over and decide for yourself if I'm up to something. But I assure you, I wouldn't try something that underhanded. I'm not that stupid and I'm not that smart. That line of reasoning could be used to defend any lie written by anyone conquered in the last 400 years. You talk about these texts like they exist, so we can add smuggling. So what is it you want from me? Swear by Kairos' name that you will gather and preserve my chronicles to the best of your ability. Do that, and I care not what you do with me. If our works are protected, you grant a measure of immortality to me and the other chroniclers. If my life can purchase that, I will happily pay that price. This feels like a very odd quest. I will help you, but I'm not going to swear to Kairos. I do not take such things lightly. I will help, but I will not swear on Kairos' name. I have no love for the Overlord, and no love pretending the contrary. Okay. Explain exactly what you want of me before I make any promises. My request is that you gather and safeguard the chronicle fragments I've stashed here in the Oldwalls. Once gathered, you do all that you can to make sure the texts have spared from destruction. Okay, so yeah, I'll help you, but I won't swear it because I don't love the Overlord. Those loyal to Kairos take such oaths quite seriously, am I not mistaken? I must have your assurance that the task will be done. Sure, lady, I'll swear it, I don't care. I swear by Kairos together and preserve your chronicles. You honor us all, good Fatebinder. I don't care about swearing here. Lexeme bows deeply, dipping forward until her legs begin to stumble. Here, take this. The sage thrusts a crumpled parchment into your hands. Notes on where I left the remaining texts. My handwriting was difficult to parse even when I had my mind intact. It's gotten worse. I have used an old chronicler trick to conceal the sessions as ordinary rubble. The illusions will fade if another chronicler nears. She points to Lantry. Yours is an older specimen, but it'll suffice. Older specimen? But I popularized the rubble in plain sight trick. The nerve of this woman. If you need a hand translating, ask Lantry. He always had a knack for deciphering my scrawl. I have other questions. Actually, on the side of the I do believe you are guilty of various counts of dissemination falsehood. Not to mean. Okay, no. Questions. Perhaps I can help. Mel sent me. I'm Cordant. I'm here to find Reef Talon. Mel! The name squeaks out of her with a gasp as her body becomes rigid, her face livid with focus. Mel sent you. Then he's still alive, and the wound has not gone too entirely to ruin just yet. Having experienced the sleepless touch of Reef Talon, I'm certain she used the fledgling magic to heal. She just did not know, nor could have known the cost of her actions. Reef Talon is an anomaly. She has the power of Beastwoman Mystic, but she was improperly trained. She claimed being here in these Oldwalls strengthened her connection with the arcane, and I suspect it is a case of too much power in unskilled hands. I spotted Reef Talon examining the carvings down here. Maybe you've seen them. They look like primitive murals. My operating hypothesis is that this place has strengthened their magic. Just as a spell is cast with more force near a spire, I think this place makes Reef Talon's latent spark of mysticism into something substantial. Okay, so what can be done to help her? Or actually tell me about these murals. There's a few of them down here. Each of them appear to be very old and made by claw and rock, not hand and paintbrush. I have spotted Reef Talon examining them, and while that proves only correlation, not causation, it does make me wonder. It's a bit of a leap, I realize, but the way you and I have scrolls and letters, perhaps beastmen can write symbols and share magic with each other is ways beyond our ken. She shrugs, a sad smile stretching across her face. It is the best hypothesis I have. I mean, what's the alternative? She learned her magic from listening to the Bane? That's a horrifying thought. Okay, so what do you know about her magic? Not enough. She didn't mention being a mystic when we first got acquainted here in the Bastard's Wound, which was odd. Beast women tend to boast of such things. Reef Talon must feed for constant challengers. Why had such power? We must have been here for a span or two before someone got hurt, and Reef Talon calmly offered to help. She placed her hand on someone's broken leg, and to everyone's amazement, it just mended. I was amazed, but I had seen Beastwoman mystics before, and so, foolishly, I just didn't think to ask any more questions. She used this healing trick several more times before we realized the long-term harm of her curative magic. For me, it's odd that she signed her magic so quickly. I couldn't even see what Archon she was channeling. No, would she ever tell me? The English is really weird here. So what can be done to help her? Above all, Reef Talon values the people of the Wound, and so her grief over harming them, even accidentally, is overwhelming. I think she needs insight into her magical prowess and reassurances that she can prevent making others sick with her magic. If she weren't afraid of her own powers, she might realize the Wound needs her. But she's a stubborn wall of muscle, so even helping her come to terms with her magic might not be enough. Beastwomen respect strength, and she may just need someone to knock sense into her. But ideally, better to help her come to terms with this power of hers, if possible. Where is she? She sealed herself in a nearby chamber. Many sleepless have come down here, some to worship, some with hostile intent, most looking for answers, but I think we sleepless only serve to remind Reef Talon of what went done. I'm going to account this as on the account... I'm going to blame this on the account of her being out of her mind. I will seek her out. Ooh, Tanza Torch Key. Excellent. Take this keystone. It should grant you access to the room to the east where I last saw her. Speak with her, show her patience, and see if you can't glean something from these old murals. Reef Talon was a great shepherd to the Bastard's Wound. If she could be cured of her agony, she could once again be a great leader to our enclave. Okay. Some complicated plot over here, but okay. Imperial Iron Falcata. These are heavy, okay. So how do you compare? Compared to Entropy's Rend, this is better. This one is slash and pierce, the other one is only slash. It's less damage, but more damage per second. It attacks faster because it has less recovery. But we lose armor pen. And armor pen has been the main issue on Verse, so I'm not going to swap this right now. And we also have a bronze dagger. Okay. I didn't actually want to click. I just wanted to check if we did have something new, which we do, the Tanza key. So I think before I go here, I am going to go back to the other places we've been before. And I could not open certain doors. And I want to see if now using this new torch key, if it changes that. And it does.
On the lookout.
Okay, so I'm not gonna fight right now. We're gonna end the episode. I am just curious to see what's behind this door, basically. Bane. Go figure, huh? Okay. We will leave that for the next one. With that, my friends, I want to thank you all for being here with me on the channel, watching some Tyranny. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I must say, I'm not being the biggest fan of this DLC. I like the Oldwalls, I like the, you know, the aesthetics and all that, but this whole thing with teleporters and a bunch of torch keys and going up and down and back and forth, and all the Bane, and the fact that this DLC is taking me out of the main story for so long is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, let's say. But yeah, questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.